The United States Bill of Rights.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion,
or abridging the freedom of speech.
the right of the people to keep and bear arms.
In all
shall
of human
not be
history,
infringed.
it is found that freedom is the exception, not the norm. The pillars of the American experiment and of the resultant liberty have been a civically moral, educated, and active people. We, the people of Vancouver, Washington's mission is to encourage one another, our families, and our communities in these pursuits, thus reasserting civic ownership of our cities, state, and nation.
I love Republicans. So, let me tell you a story. Government can work. All right. So I bought my house in Hawkinson in 2004. It had a power line through the front yard. Hey, that was the deal. I bought it. I owned it. They had a pole there from 1957 that was crooked and guy wired and everything else, and it ran through my folks' timber parcel. And I got in touch with the utility and said, hey, this just doesn't look right. How long is the pole good for? Oh, it's good for about 30 years. We're in 2005, less, 48 years, and you're there. And, I'd touch bases with them and, ask them to trim up the trees or whatever. And what ended up happening is we had a windstorm. Nothing had occurred. The line fell at a 12,000 volt line, fell 10 feet from my front door. Basically, our house was isolated from our driveway. Crawled out the back, got down the hill, fire department shows up. They can't reach it. They said, hey, this isn't safe. Wrote a letter. No response. Hey, we have a right of way. We're going to keep it. You want it moved away from your house, $10,000 out of pocket. Okay, that's one option. How about you guys put it on the road like, it runs the entire length of this country road. I'm out in Hawkinson. $70,000 from you to fix this. Okay. So, contacted Joe Zarelli's office. They dug their feet in the sand, said, hey, if we're going to get litigious, we're going to get litigious. Contacted Zarelli's office, contacted the commissioners at PUD. Never got a response from our elected commissioner board. Got a response from Zarelli's office within 3 days, and they brought the thing to resolution that worked for everybody. This brought me on a long path that kind of led me to here today. I-937, the issue that you'll hear all 6 or 7 of us talk about this year is flawed. Hydropower is renewable. The water moves. The Department of Energy is now talking about, I was talking to Nancy Barnes about it the other day. Windmills we understand the wind blows and it stops, okay? So we don't have a steady state of, it starts and stops. So they can regulate water at the dam to smooth this energy out. Well, we've now reached a point where we can no longer hold back any more water. We have our federally funded wind farms. We've wasted all the taxpayers' dollars on this. They're talking about creating reservoirs and pumping water into the reservoirs to hold it as a reserve and then run it back through the dams to augment our poor investments in wind farms so we can fund more wind farms. So explain to me how that works. All right. So, back to about me. All right. I'm about a 20-year resident out in the battleground area of Clark County. Stayed here for college, went to Clark College, Washington State University, Vancouver, and then to PSU. Degrees in finance. I've worked at 2 of Clark County's largest member-owned financial cooperatives. Many of you are probably members. I've worked for small business. This whole road I've traveled really came together when I became a board member of the Building Industry Association. And both in my professional job and on the board, I've seen how much Clark County residents have struggled, how hard it's been to create jobs, how hard it's been to work with the existing frameworks, because government has just been about creating more of itself. They can plug the budget by passing fees down. That's good and fine, but when you have water meter and power hookup rates on a house that are $7,800, how are we supposed to create affordable housing in this county if that's 3% of a $200,000 house? It's moved far beyond common sense, and I look forward to trying to bring it back to that. Let's see, what else was there? Yeah, that's a big part of my drive for this. So, about the job. How many people in here knew PUD was run by a commissioner base? It's pretty good. It's really pretty good. Okay, they meet Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. How many people have been to a commissioner's meeting? Yeah, I mean, there's not enough transparency there for us. We own this thing. We are member owners of it. We need to have a say. We need to have some direction. That's what's really driving me. The gig's pretty sweet. It's $1,800 a month plus health benefits. It's 2 meetings a month. Why not? I have a job. So I have a website, www.votecampos.com, and Facebook, Vote Dave Campos. And I've made a pledge there that I won't take utility health benefits. We're going to start saving today. No health benefits, and 20% of that stipend's going to Clark County not-for-profits. So, thank you. You know, I mean, and nothing against paying people to be public servants. That's great, but, you know, it needs to fit. So that's really me in a nutshell. I know it's getting late, and we all want to get our weekend started, and I don't want to hold you guys up too late. So thank you for your time.